Who doesn't like a good crossover? The comfort, versatility, and practicality of it appeals to so many people, it's easy to understand why they're so popular. But what's better than a good crossover? A great deal, that's what. That's why today we'll be listing down 8 amazingly affordable crossovers available on AutoDeal.com.ph and or the AutoDeal app. Find all the specs, prices, and reviews on all the latest cars in the Philippines and get quotes within minutes from our official dealer partners so you can find the best deal for your next car. Now, before we begin this list, I'd just like to say that this is in no particular order. We've gathered 8 crossovers with varying price points, but the common denominator between all of them is that we believe they're of great value. Got it? Good. Okay, so let's start with a pair of them that can be had for under 1 million Philippine pesos. The Toyota Rays is the smallest crossover in Toyota's stable and perhaps one of the most popular in the country. Coming in at just 751,000 for the manual E variant, all the way up to 1,063,000 Philippine pesos for the Turbo CVT, this pocket-sized crossover won't leave you with a hole in, well, your pocket. It's easy to see why the Rays is loved by so many. Its cute boxy design and proportions really make it look like a shrunken SUV. Plus, it has a very fuel-efficient engine, whether you get the 1.2-liter naturally aspirated motor or the 1-liter turbo. On the highway, it can achieve 24 kilometers per liter and 22 kilometers per liter respectively. If you've been interested in getting the Toyota Rays and can't decide which one to get, well, we have a video where we compared and contrasted the turbo and naturally aspirated variant. That video is in the links above or in the description below. Next up is something with a bit more sophisticated style, the Kia Stonic. The Stonic has won design awards for its clean lines and modern look, which are the work of designer Peter Schreier. It's actually not a big surprise given that this is the dude behind the cars like the iconic first-generation Audi TT, as well as the gorgeous Kia Stinger. The vehicle is powered by a 1.4-liter engine and comes in manual or automatic, and its prices range from 835,000 to 990,000 Philippine pesos. Modern tech, good build around the interior, and surprisingly sorted handling are one of the things that we love about the Kia Stonic. Learn more about it on our review where the links are down below. So now we're moving up a bit in price, coming in at 1,048,000 to 1,448,000 Philippine pesos. The Creta is Hyundai's offering for the subcompact crossover segment with a unique look. The exterior design resembles a larger stablement, the Tucson, and it has a futuristic vibe to it that others in its price range don't really have. Inside, the interior of the Creta is also well sorted and a generous amount of toys in the upper trim levels. Plus, the cognac brown interior adds a touch of class, I must say. The Creta has 113 horses and 144 Nm of torque, propelling its front wheels from a 1.5-liter naturally aspirated gasoline engine that is transmitted to the wheels via a 6-speed manual transmission, or Hyundai's intelligent variable transmission. The setup gets you 18 kilometers per liter on the highway and 10 kilometers in the city. Respectable. Like all the other cars in this video, we have a review of it, so go check it out if you're interested. Next on the list is arguably the most radical looking in the current crop of subcompact crossovers, the GS3 M Zoom from GAC. Now coming in at 998,000 to 1,248,000 Philippine pesos, it stands as a great value with great tech inside, like a suite of advanced driver assist features which you'd usually find in more expensive cars. The overall look is very sharp and aggressive. I figured the designers really wanted to bring home the zoom in the M Zoom name because it looks like it's going quick even when it's static. Providing all that zoom is a 1.5-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder gasoline engine, delivering 174 horsepower and 270 Nm of torque, matched with a 7-speed wet dual-clutch automatic transmission. Now, it may not be the best DCT out there, especially in stop-and-go traffic, but it does make up for it with a stable ride out on the highway and a surprising amount of fun factor on an open road. The GT Coolray is pretty much a staple on any list where crossovers are mentioned, and though most of its competition has stepped up, the Coolray still remains to be a great choice in its segment. One of its key characteristics is its peppy motor, which is a 1.5-liter 3-cylinder turbocharged gasoline engine that's capable of producing 177 horses and 255 newton-meters of torque mated to a 7-speed DCT. Although the lack of Apple CarPlay and Android Auto is a bit of a downer, the interior materials and build are stellar given its price, which starts at $1,083,000 to $1,299,000 Philippine pesos. Changan has been making a lot of noise recently, and its bestseller is a bestseller for a reason. The CS35 is a crossover with high ground clearance, an abundance of features, and build quality that punches above its price point. It's a good deal waiting to be made as it comes in at $1,109,000 to $1,259,000 Philippine pesos. You can make the deal even sweeter as we have promos available on the CS35 on our website. Whether it's the Changan or any other car, head on over to AutoDeal.com.ph to ensure you get a deal that's best for you. We had good things to say about the CS35 Plus when we reviewed it, with its main Achilles heel being the lack of Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. Still though, the price is a true winner for the segment that it sits in. And add to the fact that it drives light, it's compact to handle, and it has just enough space for you and your family. On top of that, it's one of the few cars with adaptive cruise control and a handful of active safety features at its price point. High tech! With the automotive landscape changing and hybrids becoming more prevalent in the market, we figured to add 3 hybrid crossovers that don't have a shocking price. Get it? Shocking. Electricity. No? First off is the peppy Nissan Kicks, charged with gasoline and moved with electricity. The Kicks e-Power is one of the most appropriate EV hybrids that we've ever seen. Not to discount that other models that offer hybrid technology, but Nissan's execution is one of the most novel and most EV-like of all. With e-Power, you're propelled thanks to electronic motors and not because of the gasoline engine. And that's one of its highlights. It performs exceptionally well in traffic, and it does great on the highway, getting up to 100 kilometers per hour quickly and efficiently. Oh, and the fuel economy? That's 22 kilometers per liter on the highway and a stunning 16 in the city. And all of that can be had starting at $1,239,000 for the EL up to $1,539,000 Philippine pesos for the VL. To learn more about how e-Power works and watch me disappoint the living heck out of Jack for fun, check out the video where we took the Kicks out on a quote-unquote road trip. Moving on to a car from Toyota, we have the Yaris Cross. Recently launched in 2023, the Yaris Cross is one of the younger contenders on this list. Built on the Daihatsu DNGA-B platform, the innards of the Yaris Cross are also quite new as well. Sporting the trademark Toyota looks, the Yaris Cross looks identical to the RAV4 with a bit more edges and of course a smaller body. As for the power, the Yaris Cross is available with 2 powertrain options, a hybrid and a non-hybrid powertrain. The pure internal combustion engine Yaris Cross is powered by a naturally aspirated 1.5-liter gasoline engine which puts out 105 horses and 138 newton-meters of torque. On the other hand, the highlight would be the hybrid Yaris Cross that is equipped with a similar but detuned 1.5-liter engine which generates 91 horses and 121 newton-meters of torque. In addition to the engine, the HEV Yaris Cross has an electric motor that generates 79 horsepower, providing more power overall. The best part of it all is the fuel efficiency, which can get you up to 27 kilometers per liter on the highway and 14 kilometers per liter around town, which is insane. We actually compared the Yaris Cross with the Nissan Kicks and added an MG4 just for fun in a electric showdown. The links are again somewhere above or down below. You should want to check out that video. Last on this list is from a newer brand in our market and are making strides to become a mainstay. The Haval Jolon is a crossover produced by Chinese automobile manufacturer Great Wall Motor. Haval is a sub-brand of GWM dedicated to producing SUVs, and the Haval Jolon is one of their offerings in the extensive Haval line. Though it is the smallest in GWM's stable here in the Philippines, the Jolon is characterized by its bold and distinct exterior styling, which combines sleek lines, muscular proportions, and an aggressive front grille. Inside, the interior of the Jolon can be a bit much to some, and there's more than a handful of different textures and patterns around that may come off as gaudy to some. The Jolon starts at 1,058,000 and tops out at 1,588,000 Philippine pesos for the hybrid. In terms of performance, the Haval Jolon offers two powertrain options to cater to different preferences and needs. Here in the Philippines, it is available with either a 1.5-liter turbocharged engine producing 141 horses and 220 Nm of torque, or a hybrid electric vehicle that has a combined output of 186 horses and 375 Nm of torque. Both powertrains are gasoline-powered and are paired with a 7-speed dual-clutch transmission for the pure internal combustion variants, or a dedicated hybrid transmission for the HEV variant. Fuel economy is pretty good considering that it's one of the bigger cars on the list. Around the city, it clocked in about 12.8 kilometers per liter. Out on the open road, you can expect about 18 kilometers per liter. When it comes to its engineering, we were actually quite surprised with GWM. Check out our review, see what we had to say. And that wraps this list up of 8 amazingly affordable crossovers in 2024. Now, I know that towards the end of the list, it climbed up a bit in price, but each of these cars offers something different, and it's up to you to make the decision what you need as opposed to what you want. As I've been mentioning throughout this video, we have proper reviews of each of these cars we mentioned, so do check them out if you want to learn more. Thanks for watching, everyone. Stay safe. I'll see you soon.